Wait, baby!
600. I think that works.
600! Come on! That's it!
Hey, it's Cameron with the Atlas Strength Shop. This video is going to be very similar to the Highland Games video that was released a couple of weeks ago, but this one is for the strongman competition that I will be competing in tomorrow. And it is the Swamp Monster Shootout in Lafayette, Louisiana. If you've been paying attention to the channel, you've noticed that I put out a lot of movement videos relating to the events that will be going on, and tomorrow is when that all comes to a head. So where this video is going to be a little bit different than the last competition video that I did. Weigh-ins were today, competition is tomorrow. So a lot of what's going to be going on in the first part of this video is going to be some of the prep for tomorrow, like now that weigh-ins are done, eating. Not really going to show you a lot of me eating though, but what I will show you is I'm going to show you all the gear that I'm going to throw in my bag to make sure I have everything that I need. So I have to run to the store and pick up a few things. Might show you that, might not, probably not. But yeah, so if you don't want to see all that and you just want to skip ahead to the part where we start picking up heavy things, putting them back down again, by all means. But yeah, hope you enjoy the video. So it's been a few hours since last scene that y'all saw. I just weighed in. Since then I've eaten a lot of food. It's now about 10 o'clock prior to the event. I got everything that we're going to be using tomorrow laid out, so let's just go over a few of the items. First, I've got some stuff to warm up with. I got the hip circle from Slingshot, as well as a few bands from Elite FTS. Some of these bands were specifically requested by members of the gym. Others I just threw in the bag. I also have a kettlebell and a mace bell in the truck right now, just kind of help get the hips firing and warm up the shoulders a little bit. As far as supportive gear, just working from the bottom to the top, I've got 2 different pairs of knee sleeves. I've got my X sleeves from Slingshot. I'm only going to wear these on the Jefferson deadlift just because I've got some issues right now going on with my right knee, so I want to make sure I have a lot of support whenever I do that lift. And then I've got these cheap, no-name knee sleeves I've had forever, and those are just going to be to keep my knees warm the rest of the day because we're going to be hitting event after event, and I don't want my knees to cool down. Let's see what's next. Next would be around the waist. So I got my belt. It's that same name belt that y'all saw from the overhead press video. Pioneer belt just hasn't come in yet. I can't wait until it does. I'm gonna do a review on that when it does. Then I have my elbows. Starting the pressing event, I'll be wearing my strong sleeves, also from Slingshot. I really like their stuff. And it's gonna help me a lot during that overhead, as well as my strong wrist wraps. When I did the overhead press video, I didn't have an opinion of wrist wraps at the time. Now I do. These things are awesome. They're a hell of a lot better than the cheap ones that I had just thrown in my bag for a while. So let's move on to shoes. I have 2 pairs of shoes that I'm bringing with me. I have the Noble Lifters, which if you go back on the channel a few weeks, I did a review on these and I really like these. So I guess now you don't have to watch the review. I'm going to be using these for all my static events, so that's going to be the overhead press, which is a clean and press from the ground for as many reps as possible over a period of a minute. I'm going to be using these on the Jefferson deadlift, and I'm going to be using these on the stone over bar. For the other 2 events, which are both moving events, one's a yoke, one's a Husafel, I've got the Reebok Nano 8s. Only thing I don't like about these is I don't like this gold. It's a little gaudy for me, but they were $50 cheaper than the other models at the time. Next, we just got little odds and ends. I've got my Cerebus Hellfire smelling salts. Don't think I'm going to be using that tomorrow, but if I want to, I got it. I have some athletic tape. What we do with this during stones, We wrap it around our forearm so we got a good surface. Put some more tacky. Get a little extra grip on the stone. Speaking of tacky, got the spider tack right here. And after we're done with it, to get it off, I've got the WD-40. To get the WD-40 off, I've got Dawn. And then I've got some paper towels, because I'm sure we're going to need some paper towels out there. I also have a block of chalk and a bucket. And then I doubt I'm going to use them, but I've got my figure 8 straps from Cerebus. I haven't been using straps for the Jefferson deadlift, just because it's, with my stance, it's real awkward to do a double overhand. So I just do a switch grip, and I find I don't really need straps. So yeah, that's what I'm bringing. Last video, y'all watched me cook breakfast. I'm cooking the same thing, so if you want to see what I'm going to eat for breakfast, just go and watch that Highland Games video, and you can watch that. So we'll do a time lapse of all that going on in the morning, me making my coffee, all that cool stuff, and then we'll cut straight to the food I'm going to bring, because some of that has changed. Yeah, let's go watch that. Good morning. So, I just got done cooking my eggs. They are really, really hot right now, so I'm just going to talk about some of the food that I'm bringing while those cool down. First and foremost, main thing I'm going to be eating all day. Uncrustables. Why? Because they got fat and peanut butter to help keep me satiated. They got simple sugars for that immediate energy in between your events. They're easy to pack. Don't really spoil. If any of your buddies get hungry, you can share. There's no downside to these. Definitely don't eat them every day though. Got plenty of water. Got Gatorade, because it does get hot in Louisiana. I also decided to switch it up this time and get some of these Monster Hydros. Had a little bit of caffeine in it, as well as those simple carbs. Again, like I said, it's hot in Louisiana. Got these salt tablets. Take a couple of those throughout the day to make sure I stay hydrated. More water. I've got my Strike Force Energy for caffeine. And a few servings of protein powder. Yeah, I try to keep my food as simple as possible. Nothing that needs microwaves or anything like that. Nothing that you have to take in a thermos. You just leave it all in a nice chest. Pop something open when you get hungry, and continue about your day. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna eat. All right, still pretty dark outside. Loading up the truck with everything we're gonna need for the day. Kind of worried there's not gonna be enough room in the back seat because the promoter requested that I bring some equipment just in case some of his fails on competition day, so we wouldn't be out of luck. But yeah, we're gonna make it work. So here we are, day of comp. Look at how gloomy the sky was. We thought we were going to get stormed on, but because Colin ran such an efficient comp, we were able to get out of there before the rains hit. Our power was out when we got home though. That's neither here nor there. So here I am. Lance's dad is a chiropractor, and he was a sponsor of the event. So he brought all of his tools out, and he was giving adjustments and just working on some soft tissue stuff. I've been having some issues with my shoulder and my left forearm, so he's working on all that. It's kind of funny. I didn't know my right from my left. Oops.
I haven't had enough coffee yet this morning.
In between events, specifically after the yoke, I went to go see him again. I was having some tightness in my thoracic spine. And he had me cross my arms, lay down on my back, and he basically jumped on me. Felt a pop, and I felt great after that. Apparently, it was an injury from yoke walks a few weeks ago. Whenever I tried 600 for the first time. I felt a pop in my back and I couldn't move for like 2 days. That's a really weird finger flick thing that he was doing. But it seemed to help, at least for a little while. He's just flicking at my ring finger, and apparently that told the tendons in my forearm that everything was going to be okay. Also, if you hear any noise in the background, I apologize, but I'm hungry. So I'm going to be eating this chicken. It's the only time I'm going to have to eat. So now we are finding our height for the yoke. That way when we go to actually do the event, we can just give them the number. They'll be able to set our yoke height and we will be good to go. So when the actual event came, and you're going to see what we're talking about whenever Lauren goes to do her yoke, these tall yokes with the pull-up bar several feet above us, when you take off fast with this yoke, the front end swings forward and the back end swings a lot further than our yoke. We weren't used to that, so a lot of us, we set our yoke height too low, and it caused us to bottom out on our pick. So I'll show you that later. Now we get into the actual events. We got Lauren up first with her axle clean and press. Poor Lauren was competing against herself in her weight class. But what they did is they took all the women, whoever scored the most points, and depending on what weight class you were in, they were able to, she was able to compete against them as far as overall best performance, and she did win that day. So that's pretty cool. Got Mr. Paul Hand there doing the judging. I've known Paul on Facebook for a while, talked to him a lot, and this is my first time actually meeting him in person. He's a pretty cool guy.
Let's go, one more! One more!
When I grow up, I want to split jerk like Lauren. And we got TJ. TJ was our representative for the men's open heavyweight. He's a strong dude. He got 300 on the log for the first time just 2 days ago. We're all very proud of him for that.
Come on! Let's go! Come on, TJ! Hey, keep going!
I don't remember what his weight was, but it was heavy.
Okay. Whatever you want to do, man. Come on, it's another one. Big power. Use it all.
He's very strong though, so he can handle it. And here is Christy. You've been following Instagram at all? On Atlas's Instagram, which is just Atlas Strength Shop. You've seen Christy prepping for this.
You got it.
Her and Tyler are probably the two most motivating athletes we've got at our gym. If they want anything more than their own success, it's to watch the people around them succeed. And she just brings the energy of the room up every time she comes in. So a lot of us definitely found this event, because it was so light compared to a lot of our strength, it became a rep fest. And for some of us, conditioning was definitely a factor. This is Jason McGinty. He's not a member of our gym, but he has dropped in a couple times since we've opened. Dude comes all the way from Mobile, Alabama to train at our place, which we're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So if you aren't familiar with the area, that's about 3 hours away. And he is one hell of a strong man. Competes at 231. And dude is fast, dude is strong. Yeah, we always learn a lot when he comes down. Here's me.
Woo!
Now, going back and seeing how some of us trained, there are some things I would have done differently.
Come on, Kurt.
We were training at heavier weights than comp weight, and as a result, we weren't hitting nearly as many reps as we did on competition day. And you can see, I'm starting to get pretty gassed. Like,
Keep going.
I have to take multiple breaths in the rack position, and it just doesn't work out too well. So if I had to do over again, I would have spent more time just sticking at comp weight
One more. You got it. Knock it out quick. Quick.
and just getting those reps in.
Come on. Down.
I probably could have gotten a couple more. This was the only video we had of Dustin. Dustin is another person who is not a member of our gym, but has dropped by a couple times to work with us. He was competing in the same class as both me and Justin Banta. And him and Justin were the two guys to keep up with that day. They were both on fire.
Keep going! Ride!
You can see Tyler off to the left, deep in focus. Okay. There's Jason with his Husafel. And back to Tyler with clean and press. So you'll see some of that going around where we kind of jump back and forth. Just because as your weight class finished with one event, you moved immediately to the next event while the other weight classes hopped on the event you just were on. And that's how Colin was able to get us out of there so quick. Like those first 3 events probably happened within the first 45 minutes of us being there. Or of us actually starting the count, not being there. But it was very fast paced. Didn't have much time to recover, but we stayed dry. So, we're very thankful for that. And there's Colin in the background, back left, and that glorious mustache. We're all very jealous of Colin's mustache.
Come on, Tyler.
If you aren't following them, go look up Conquistador Strength Sports on Facebook and The Conquistador on Instagram. He always posts some good stuff. Now we have Lance. Lance is another not member of Atlas, but he's been here enough times that we include him in the circle. He competed in the same weight class as Tyler. Not sure how much of Lance we actually have on here, but what we did have, I made sure to include on it. Lance is a strong dude. Keep an eye on him. Now, admittedly, some of this footage is really the first time I'm seeing it, just because it was so fast-paced. While this was going on, I was in line to do Husafel. Here's Jace on Husafel. Jace, he's been to Atlas once. He is the owner of Apex Training out near Lafayette. It's not actually in Lafayette, it's near it. I don't remember what little town it's in. Their Husafel was 300 pounds. And if I remember right, he was one of the only people in his weight class to actually be able to move the thing. I know TJ, he couldn't really get it straight. Some other guys couldn't get it straight. But 300-pound Husafel, that is ridiculous. And there's Christy with her Husafel. So this event, it was just 100 feet straight shot. And the only thing that I think could have made this event better was, you see how right there at the start point they had a flower bed. Now, if you watch, Lauren is able if she's going to do it, but she is able to just run right through her finish point. You couldn't do that going the other way. You had to slow down, or you would bust your ass. And I really think that people who were heading towards that other point were at a disadvantage because they had to slow down. So far, it looks like almost everybody's video that I caught is going the other way, so you don't get to see what I'm talking about. Alright, here's Tyler. You'll see Tyler.
Quick
He
feet,
has
Tyler.
to slow down.
Quicker, quicker, quicker!
Now, if I remember right, talking to Tyler, this was his least favorite event that he did that day.
Accelerate!
I don't know why. I think he did pretty well. So, see, Tyler actually had to slow down to keep from running into traffic. Here is Lance, his Husafel.
Quick feet! Keep going! Run through! Run through! Run through!
Now we get to the yoke.
Quick feet!
There's Christy with the yoke. We only really trained yoke with her once because comp weight was a give me weight for her. So we spent most of our time focusing on her overhead and on her Jefferson deadlift and Atlas stone. Alright, watch Lauren's pick. You see how it bottomed out? Because she took off too quick. That was just due to the way this yoke was shaped. It swung like nobody's business. Now we get to Justin. Yeah, this is the first video I have of Justin on here, isn't it? He did extremely well. He almost won the whole thing. Oh, just kidding. Justin actually, he ran probably 20 feet past his points. Here is mine. I moved much slower.
Come on! You got it. Keep going. Keep going.
I don't know why it felt way heavier than ours did for me. Also because I watched everybody else swing, took off too slow. There is Jace. I don't remember what weight theirs were, but it was much heavier than Mario. Here's Tyler with his. Tyler did very well with this, considering he has only hit comp weight with this yoke once.
All the way through, all
And
the way
has been nursing a knee injury for the last probably about 5 weeks. Alright, so now we can start peppering in some Jefferson deadlift work. My Jeffersons did not go how I wanted them to go this day. That was my first pull. I walked up, everybody had been warming up for a while. It was already at 4:05, so I just pulled that. Here is Christy. Now, Christy was funny because we walked up to her doing the event. I asked her if she understood what the rules were, and she said no. She was going to pull the first 3 weights that came up, so we had her slow down just a little bit, skip a couple of attempts because you only get 3, and you get to choose where they were. And because she skipped a couple of attempts, she won the whole thing in her weight class for that event. Here was Lauren. Now, she doesn't get this lift, but she broke it off the ground, which is very, very impressive given the lift that it was. Now we get to some other weight class, and these are just going to fly through real quick. It was a shootout between this guy, Dustin. Alright, so he missed that. This is Joseph Peppers. He's a funny dude. I met him at the Highland Games that I did a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully he's going to come out and train with us at some point. And he has a very strong build. Alright, so this was probably the most electrifying moment of the day. I'm sorry, no, it wasn't this one. But that's the one that Dustin failed on and Joseph moved slow on. This is my favorite point of the entire day. This was 600 pounds.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
I'll show you why. Skylar and TJ just bum rushed him. We got peppered in. We got some of Jason there. Man, I'm sorry I don't know what any of these weights. I want to say Chase wound up pulling 640 that day, which is awesome. And now we get to stones. So we start with Christy. She did very, very well. Her stone was 150. We thought it was going to be 195, so that's what we had been training at with her. So yeah, when 150 came along, she got it no problem.
Push it!
Who's next? It's probably going to be Lauren, I think. Yep. Lauren's stone went from 275, I think, all the way down to 200. Just because the way the stones worked out, you didn't have enough stones at enough intervals of weight for the original plan for the stones to actually work out. Which is great for Lauren because 275, I think Lauren weighs around, I don't know what she weighs, but she doesn't weigh 275. In fact, I don't know many women who compete in that weight class who do. Christy on the sidelines cheering her on. This guy was fun to watch. His name is Joey. We've been watching some of our videos, learned a couple of things about strongman, and signed up for the comp. We're on a hell of a show. This was probably, in my opinion, the event I did the best on. Rewatching it and looking back at my training, I wish I would have trained one motion a little bit more. And I wish I would have moved a little bit quicker in between reps. I wound up with 9, almost had 10. If it had been 62 seconds instead of 60 seconds, I would have had 10 reps. But this isn't horseshoes, this isn't hand grenades. It is what it is.
Come on! You can do it! Come on!
Yeah, it's been a long time whenever watching one person do one thing over and over again. Let's see, who is this? Ah, that's Jason McGinty again. Look how much faster he is moving compared to how I was. So instead of bringing it into his lap and then doing a top roll, the dude just rolls. I'm sorry, I can't talk. He just rows it up to his chest and throws it over. And that is the technique I should have been using. The weight was light enough for me to use that technique, but I didn't have enough foresight to train it, and that's on me. And you also have TJ right there getting started. I'm sorry, that's not TJ. That is that's Joseph Peppers again. He's using that same technique. Just rose it up to his chest, rose it open. Each rep was a couple milliseconds quicker, and as a result, he got a couple more reps than a lot of us did. Here you got Justin using the same technique that I was. Which, don't get me wrong, it's good technique, just it wasn't the right technique for us to be using with this weight. We live and we learn.
Sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But yeah, it was a shootout all day.
Come on,
between
TJ!
him and Dustin. Dustin wound up winning first in our weight class, but due to some similarities in their names, we thought that Justin won the whole thing, but it turned out he came in second, Dustin came in first. And look how quick Dustin moves in between reps. I think he wound up getting 10, while me and Justin both got 9. So that was enough. All he really had to do was to beat Justin. He didn't have to win this event, and 10 reps was enough. Let's watch him a little bit more. While I eat this chicken. Okay, so now we have Jace. Their stone was 270. It's a big stone. God, this chicken's good. By the way, if you're still watching this video, I know this is a longer video than normal. I really, really appreciate it. By now, I know things are getting kind of weird. I'm going to start talking about weird things pretty soon, I'm sure. Then we have Lance coming up on his stone. I want to say his stone was 200 pounds. Lance is a strong dude. He didn't have the best day on Saturday. If I could trace it back to one thing, I think it had to do with the yoke. I think after that it got in his head a little. Watch him. He is going to do much better on the next competition and everyone that comes after that. And we love having Lance come and train with us. Next up, this is Adam Sibley. Now, I first met Adam years ago. He was teaching Krav Maga in Baton Rouge. He's a prior service Marine, MMA fighter, teaches Krav Maga, and has decided to get into strength sports. He did a Highlander a couple of weeks ago, actually the day after I did my Island Games. This was his first strongman competition. Dude was super friendly, super fun to be around. And he sticks to the sport, he's going to do very well in it. This is his first time ever touching an Atlas stone. He rips that thing off the ground like a champ. And now we have Tyler. Tyler learned from our mistakes. He one-motioned a few of these. On another note, Cody just pulled up, so y'all are about to hear him come on in.
Come on, Tyler.
Video's almost over. So yeah, it looks like I'm out of time. If you watch the whole video, I really appreciate it. And yeah, stay tuned next week for the next one. I'm not sure what it's going to be on yet, but yeah, we'll leave it with Colin. He's about to start talking. And until next time, y'all have fun.
Do it, Tyler. Come on.
And then we have first place, Miss Danielle Hawkins. Okay. Michelle, come over here. Yes, they did. Just want to give a big shout out to Michelle for coming in at 9 o'clock on the dot and deciding to compete, and she did great. Yes. All right, so here you go, Danielle. And that's a gift certificate to Sport Shack as well. All right, so we go with the open class women, which is a very close contest. Took a lot of time to score this. Miss Lauren Wells, first place with all the points. All 5 points. All right. Awesome. All right, moving on. We're going to get to men's masters. And this was difficult as well. We had a tie for second, and the tie break goes to whoever had the most first place finishes. So we have for third place, we have Mr. Dave Quinn. Come on, Dave. There you go. With your RoboCop glasses. And in second place, we have Mr. Joey Grapp. And they both had 17 points. It was hard, but good job, Joey. You got second. And then first place, Mr. Greg Pellegrino with 18 points. There you go, big man. Good job. All right, so we're going to go to the novice men lightweight. So we have third place with 31 points. This was another tie. This was actually a three-way tie. Everybody had 31 points. Third place, Mr. Dustin Vidrine. Good job, man. We have second place, Mr. Joseph Peppers. It was a hard-fought battle, and it was fun to watch. You guys were awesome. Love the socks, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you.
And first place, Mr. Justin Banta. Yeah, buddy. Get over here with your ponytail. Awesome, man. Good job.
Grab his butt.
All right, so now we're going to the novice heavyweight men. We have third place with 20 points, Mr. Jonathan Laverne. Where are you at, John? There you go. So we have second place, Mr. Adam Odin Sibley. Good job, Adam.
Where is it?
Hoorah. We have first place with 30.5 points, Tyler Collins. The men's heavyweight. Looked beautiful in a skirt. Best I've ever seen, besides myself. No, let's take a picture. Let's make it pretty. Thank you. Yeah, I know, right? Let me borrow it once. Okay, moving on, we go to the men. We're going to have the lightweight open men. And all right, we have third place, Mr. Cameron Hadaway. The tall guy that made everything difficult. An amazing Jefferson deadlift. Good job, man. Second place, Jason McGinty. He already knew. He was on his way up. And we have first place, Mr. Ryan Saxton. Good job, man. It was impressive. You beat my record on Jefferson deadlift, which I didn't think anybody would, so kind of mad, but I'll take it. All right, moving on to the final category is the men's heavyweight open. We have third place, Mr. Thomas Beefy Burlew. Come on, Beefy. Always got a smile. Happiest guy. Let's get it. And we have second place with 21 points, Cody Quell. It was a tough battle all day. Back and forth, 1 point. It was awesome to watch. And first place, Jace Lopez with 22 points. Came in at the end in the Atlas Stones and ended up winning it by 1 point. Good job, big dog.
Good job.
He's done this before. All right, so now we're going to give out the overall male and female awards. And as a surprise for the overall female, as of course, Ms. Lauren Wells. A big thanks to Sports Shack and C620 Nutrition. You guys are going to be getting some of their products and a gift card as well, and this real big trophy to put on the wall. And I'll hold the big trophy. I'll do something today. I haven't done anything. Don't drop it. And for the men's overall, with 23 points, Ryan Saxton. Good job, Ryan. You get the big wall hanger as well. Yep. All right. I don't know if you got enough hands. But that is it for us, guys. I'm Colin Cortez with Conquistador Strength Sports. We still have a bunch of shirts left. If you guys want to get some shirts, they're $15. Thank y'all so much for coming out and supporting. We're trying to grow this sport in Louisiana, and this makes me so happy to see everybody out here and involved.
Yeah. God, everybody looks so tired.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It's like we did
Yeah.
something.
Get that sweet card redemption.
There's the winner right there.
Yeah.
And there's the real winner. Okay, so it's been about a week since the Swamp Monster Shootout. Yeah, and this is the outro video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe to the video. Make sure you follow us on our Instagram and our Facebook, and we hope to see you at the next one. So yeah, until then, have a good one.